Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, welcome to Dawn of War Soulstorm Unification once again, where today we are doing a replay commentary, because I wanted to show off the new ThunderFire cannon things. Not that you've not seen them already. I mean, about 99.99999% of the people that have actually watched this channel have already seen them. But hey, what can you do? So, down here in the bottom, in the south, is me, playing as the Salamanders. And then over at the top, in the north, is a harder AI as the Tyranids. Yes, I'm playing this on harder rather than hard. I actually set the AI to random, and, well, it gave Tyranids, which is a bit of a scary prospect. Tyranids on a harder and insane can pump out a hell of a lot of units, so isn't it lucky we have ThunderFire cannons, or will do shortly. Now, if you are not aware of the change to ThunderFire cannons, then you may be a little bit confused about that, because originally they were basically a glorified autocannon on wheels. Now they are slightly different. They have a, it still says autocannon there, but yes, they have a different attack. It is more of a short-range artillery piece, which is rather amusing against hordes. And yes, I have no idea what this build order is. Like, I'm getting a second deck marine out, which I suppose for brushing up points and stuff like that, it's pretty good, but watch me not make use of it. This map, by the way, is Fortress Divided. It's one of the new ones made by Barbatos, and yes, it's got little Easter eggs and stuff like that around the map, like the Hanging Hell Divers. But hey, what can you do? Yes, indeed, the Devourer has reached this planet as well. As the Broodlord takes out my scouts, just gives him a bit of a slap, and then does his old wrestling routine and tosses him. Yeah, it took me a little while to realise that the scout was being attacked, but hey, what can you do? Meanwhile, I am trying to get this relic over here. Unfortunately, these Hormagaunts are going to make it a little bit difficult for me. Run away! Run away! Meanwhile, the ThunderFire cannon here. Boom! So I've got two ThunderFire cannons out, and yes, they are firing away at the Hormagaunts there, scaring them off. Unfortunately, the scout squad died, but what can you do? I'm just finally starting to get my barracks up. Tyranids have used their, I can't remember the exact name of the ability. They've used their single target ability on the Tech Marine. Not really going to do much. Got some Termagants making their way over to the relic. Well, they're trying to push in here again, but not having the best time. Bonk. Oh, don't move the mouse where you've got the middle mouse button pressed. Bonk. Bonk. Sucker. Right, yes, these are quite short-ranged, so they're not exactly going to be, they're not going to be a replacement for whirlwinds anytime soon. I'd like to call them more of a compliment. I'm not even sure what they're firing. It's some sort of explosive charge. Yes, now we've got all three. There is still a limit of 3 on these things. However, The problem with them is, in this particular situation, is that the Tyranids are a very heavy melee-focused faction. And sadly, their ability to fire at, like, when they're being clonked directly in melee combat is not spectacular. The projectiles tend to go over the unit that's in front of them. So I have decided to get some assault marines to try and keep the melee front secure. But that then comes with its own issues, because as you can see, when I don't send the camera flying into orbit, yeah, the actual assault marines take friendly fire damage from the ThunderFire cannons, so I have to sort of manage that quite manage that quite poorly in my case, but yeah, what can you do? At least, however, they are keeping the Tyranids mostly off the ThunderFire cannons themselves. There's a few Hormagaunts stabbing the giant tracked metal vehicles, but you do. So yeah, at this point I am kind of on the back foot. The Tyranids have both of the relic points, or would have both of the relic points had I not come over here with these scouts. Unfortunately, sending the assault marines over there to help with that has then made these vulnerable. And it was at this point I realised the ThunderFire cannons could not shoot directly in front of them. So I assume... Oh no, I've sent my scouts over here to deal with this relic as well. Because yeah, I don't want the relics to be in the hand of the Tyranids, because that'll be 6 more spawning pools, as I call them, or reclamation pools as they're actually called. And we don't want them getting all that extra wreck. Because yeah, on harder it's 20% extra resources. So every reclamation pool is going to give them plus 12, I believe. I can't remember the exact amount of how much reclamation pools normally give. The assault marines are getting absolutely blasted at this point. They've taken a hell of a lot of friendly fire. They are getting worn down by overwhelming numbers of melee units. The ThunderFire cannons are getting stuck because Dow pathing. I built a turret here to try and help with the situation, but they have a Broodlord here, so it's not going to do quite as I had hoped. I seem to have accidentally sent my Tech Marine up here for some reason. That's not going to go too well. Here comes my commander, taking one look and going, nope! There's one more ThunderFire cannon there, and it will just survive by the looks of it. At the cost of all my assault marines, the turret I built, the critical location, 2 ThunderFire cannon. Oh, no. In comes the Broodlord to try and swipe it down. Can he manage it? He's just going to stare and glare menacingly at it. And down it goes. While the LP2 over there sets the Tyranids on fire. Burning rage of the Salamanders, you say? Yeah, that went really well, didn't it? It was at this point I decided to have a look at something that's been pointed out before, and that is that the Primaris Inferna people, what are they called? Infernus. Yes, they are apparently quite strong right now. So, we're against Tyranids, they're a horde faction, so why not bring in the Flamers? Let's see how well it goes. Burn! Burn everything to a crisp. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. He seems to be very enthusiastic. Tyranids are sort of jumping away. Scouts over here are... yes, I sort of forgot about them. Surprising no one. Tyranids, unfortunately, have come and got this relic back, because I lost all my deck marines and couldn't build any buildings. I have got one deck marine out. I also discovered during this match that the ThunderFire cannon actually requires a deck marine. If you don't have any builders, you can't build them. And yes, I narrowly, very narrowly, got this taken. If that Ormagon hadn't been, or whatever it was, Spine Gaunt, I didn't see, if it hadn't been knocked back, I probably would have stopped the decap. But now it's time to start pushing into the it's time to start pushing into the enemy as the Force Commander gets thrown everywhere. So yes, the Tyranid base is approaching. It's time for us to start rolling in. Meanwhile, over here, we have some Forge Guard. I like Forge Guard. I don't know why I like Forge Guard, but I do like Forge Guard. I feel they could be particularly useful here, because they can get lightning claws, though obviously them getting thrown about by ThunderFire cannons is probably not really going to help them in the grand scheme of things. That said, I have decided to start pushing in now rather than let them build up their army, and it's going about exactly as you expect. Because they have managed to rebuild a large amount of their army, being on harder and all that. However, at the moment it is mostly consisting of Gaunts. Gaunts, they're fine. But in this situation, against ThunderFire cannons, yeah, you really need Raveners to borrow charge and take out the ThunderFire cannons. Roasted bug. So, yeah. Gaunts, not the wisest thing. They do actually have a brood. Tyrannicus Brood Spire, that's the one. But yes, they're only now starting to actually train things from it. Oh, the Forge Guard coming in to try and clear up some of this infestation over here. We notice that they've got the slag deposit, which is slightly unfortunate. Probably should have gone for the slag deposit building first, but yeah, what can you do? Because that would have reduced the requisition income. The Infernus getting bioplasmid there. Scouts equipped with flamers as well. Whether that was the best move, I don't know. But, yeah, there. I did actually get the this scout weapons research, but I didn't get it until like really, really late. Like by the time that I had actually got the second tier of it, yeah, I couldn't really use it. Here comes the Broodlord again to get thrown around like a ragdoll. And knockback. Melee army's least favourite thing. Although, yeah, I am firing into my own units as well. So yes, I've definitely decided to withdraw my units here behind the ThunderFire cannons. ThunderFire cannons, pretty flimsy, but they can at least tank a little bit. So, it's better than the than my actual infantry getting tied up by everything. And yes, my lord did die. He got surrounded by gaunts earlier. Not sure if I showed it. But as you can see in the background, the Forge Guard are now coming in to start breaking everything. And the Tyranids decided to get some rippers for some reason. Not quite sure what they're going to do against Forge Guard, but hey ho, what can you do? A few power weapons there. I think I actually start getting lightning claws at some point. There we go. There's some lightning claws. Got land raiders? No, that's not a land raider. That's a land speeder. Some land speeders as well. And yeah, warriors don't even know what to do. Just gonna send some bioplasma downrange and hope for the best. But unfortunately for them, yeah, it did not work quite as they'd hoped. So it looks like this day, the Devourer... well... Devourer is the Devoured. Assuming you can actually safely eat Tyranid, I don't know. I would imagine not, because... surely that would just, like, cause all sorts of infestation and stuff like that. What would I know? But yes, we are basically done now. The Hive Spy is about to go down. Gaunty Brood Hive going down. And that is the end of that. So yeah. That's the new ThunderFire cannon. Very fun to use. Although, of course, like I said, doing a melee focus force at the start of the game, for me, I mean, yeah, didn't quite go as I had hoped. I don't know, I feel it did help me survive long enough for me to get the more potent units out. If I had gone for the... let's just move away from that sound. If I had gone for the more... like the standard tactical squad, I get the feeling I would not have done quite as well. And yes, I didn't actually upgrade any of my listening posts over here, as usual. I didn't even put things on that because the Tech Marine was over here building power generators. Ah well. Me play properly. That'll never happen. Let's check the scoreboard and call it a day. Yes, it's going to be a short one today, I'm afraid. So, military. Units killed, 264. Yeah, and that's quite a lot. Yeah, their army size was 269. Very nice. I lost 42 units. Not bad. Not bad overall. My army size was 86. I probably could have done more had I actually researched my pop caps. Like a normal DAO player. I mean, I didn't show it here, but I was floating a lot of resources, unfortunately. I think by the end of the game, I had like over 1,000. When really, I should be spending that on like tiering and stuff like that. Ah, what can you do? Yeah. So, yes, like I said, fortunately going to be a bit of a short one today, I'm afraid. The stream yesterday has taken, or yesterday as of recording, has taken quite a lot out of my voice, and I'm busy tomorrow, so I can't put it off. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until next time, I have been Caldaris. Goodbye.